All right, guys, it's Copper Cutlass. This is try number 3 because apparently the lighting sucks and my phone kept doing weird shit. So anyway, let's dial this one in. Guys, just bear with me. As always, I talk a little bit, but it's not without its reason. So a lot of things happened within the last month. All right. Um, we're doing pretty good racing. I think last race weekend was the first one where we didn't go a single round. But we were fifth in pro. We're down to ninth. We're sixth in index, which isn't bad. But ultimately, I would like to finish a little bit better in pro. We've managed to have a good year. Just need to drive it. I mean, I've been catching good lights. We've got that dial in. The car is running good, but I either break out by minute amounts or I just take too much, you know, or give too much back, I should say. But anyway, so yeah, in the last month, I changed shops, and last week actually was my first full week at the new shop, and things are going uh, okay. You know, you have to adapt. It's a new shop, different people, which the people there are nice, but I have to adjust to a different program. And it's just like anything else. I think this approach is a little different. If you guys have followed long enough, you know that this is nothing new. We have changed shops. It hasn't affected what we do here and what we do out in racing. We always make that work, but um, it's for me right now. It's adjusting to the time change because I now have a commute, and it's actually not a bad commute at all because it takes me through the town I grew up in, my parents, my sisters along the way. My buddy Tim that I race with is like one of the first major intersections I hit is right by his place, and really, it's not a bad deal. Um, and it's nothing new for me to commute like in the past. It's at least it's not all highway where it's boring, and it's a lot of streets that I know, and I can take this little street or that little street or change it up here or there, and a lot of stuff along the way, which is good. Um, but with that change came a little bit of restraint from me. We were supposed to do the World Series of Drag Racing, and we had a pit spot set up and everything, and I bailed on that because, um, you know what? It was not a points race. It was just for the show, and I kind of just said, you know what? We're gonna just hang tight. I didn't even go and watch. I stuck around here and worked on the house instead, and that was it. We just kind of hung out, but we do have our next pro and index race in 2 weeks. So we'll be getting ready for that, just looking over the car, difficult things. And then pretty much by the beginning of October, our racing season is over. I think we have our last index race the Saturday before the Power Wheel Standing Championship at our home track. And then I may do a Buick Olds Pontiac race at Cordova the following weekend, but we'll see. For now, the focus is home, working on stuff here, and getting settled into the new shop. First full week was great, and we seem to be settling into the movement and rhythm of the shop, which is always important. Um, is so kind of everybody's kind of getting to figure everybody out, capabilities and everything. Of course, when a shop takes somebody in, everybody's got to kind of figure things out. And for me, it's just a matter of I'm so used to like pegging the let's fucking push it to the limit, you know? And this time around, I've learned that, you don't sit at the poker table with a full deck ready to go. You keep some aces tucked up your sleeve, and you just kind of, tread lightly, and seems to be all right. So again, you learn and you live, and I think at some point, which is funny because it's like the number one thing a lot of people who work on the trades told me, like, you work with the same people for like 2 or 3 years, and like you get fucking tired of them, and you spend 80% of your day there. I think there's some truth to that, but I also think that there's a little bullshit to that, because I think that it's all environment related. It's like being married to a hag that you hate. I mean, you're going to be miserable no matter what, or having kids that you don't want to have. That'll fucking kill you real fast. That's kind of an extreme scenario, but there's a lot of people out there like that. And I kind of, I chose to make my move based off of things that were happening in the shop that were out of my control. And instead of going the routes that were taken in the past, I decided to just kind of nip it in the bud and say, you know what, we're just going to move on. And move on we did. And a little bit of sacrifice. We didn't get to run the World Series. That would have been great, but ultimately we're still running our regular program. That's unscathed, I think. So ultimately we're going to be racing in 2 weeks, and then once the season's over, this thing's coming apart. And the year started off really, really crazy because we put doing the roll bar work on this car. There was a setback because there was a delay on the tubes that we ordered from Rhodes Race Cars, which is no big deal, but we pretty much finished this car with like 2 weeks to spare, and then we wired Tim's Mustang up, and that was front to back, like everything rewired, 100% new on that, and we did that in pretty much one weekend. That was kind of crazy. So we've stayed busy this year, a lot more than I would think. And then with the house project, I started on that late yet again, and the heat's been brutal since we went on like sick week that Saturday where everything kind of kicked off. It's been hot ever since, and this is the first nice weekend that we've had, and I'm kind of glad I stayed home and put some work in, because I actually made some good leadway on that. So it hasn't been bad. But I hope you guys have followed this video long enough. Share, like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram as Copper Cutlass. We're gonna have, this is gonna be a big project that I think we're gonna end up taking the whole front end apart again, like when we did the framework. And there's a couple things I want to do. Also, I think I might do some suspension work. We got to do the rear end, engine, transmission, no brainer. And there's swap deals like engine mounts, headers, stuff that we're going to need that are specific to this whole swap, but it's not uncommon. I mean, this generation B-body did not come with a big block, but there's guys who have done them on Caprices, and this is the same chassis and same firewall, so all the combination and pieces are kind of out there by part number, pretty readily available stuff, so it shouldn't be too bad. And besides that, we're going to have the cylinder heads that I'm going to try to do here, as I think I mentioned, and just follow along, be patient. Thanks for the views. Share, like, subscribe, hit the like button, hit the share button. If you guys see any stupid answers out there, share one of my videos if you think there's an answer in there, because I kind of saw that this weekend, so that was kind of cool. But we'll let you guys go.